Alright, so this is a bit of an interesting video. If you guys remember, I did a video on Amazon Basics. One of the things that I bought from Amazon Basics was a fountain pen, and I pretty much roasted it and talked about like how they're old and, you know, who would ever use a fountain pen, and obviously purely out of ignorance. And then I used it, realized that the writing experience with a fountain pen, it was something I had never experienced before, and it was actually very amazing. If a $10 fountain pen from Amazon was that much better, then what does an actual, like, real quality fountain pen feel like? And what's the experience with that? I started going down the rabbit hole of fountain pens, which goes way, way, way deeper than I ever thought. A million things with fountain pens. There's different types of... I learned that the tip is called the nib. I learned that there's nibs that are like made out of gold that are like thousands of dollars and like all kinds of stuff. What I went on the hunt for was I just wanted something that would be like the smoothest writing experience. And of course that was all subjective. Everybody, you know, it all just personal preference. A name that I kept seeing over and over and over and over and over was Pelikan. So I have bought a Pelikan M205, and I hope that it is as good as I think it's going to be, because it is $145. That is the most that I've ever spent on a pen in my life. And this pen is also, like, this one takes cartridges. This one, I bought some nice blue ink. It says 4001, but it's also Pelikan brand ink, and it's like I think it's going to be like a royal blue type of color. This is going to be my first time seeing it, and you're going to go through the whole experience with me of filling it up and writing with it for the first time. And I'm actually pretty excited. I never thought I'd be excited about a pen in my life. I like the nice little box. Oh, it's one of these boxes where it's got like the magnet. I like that. That's fancy. Okay. I assume that's the pen. We wish you a lot of writing pleasure with your fine writing instrument. I think that's just like warranty information or something. Ooh, look at that. I literally bought this one because it's blue, and I love blue. I feel like such a nerd. That feels really good. Alright, let's get this thing filled up with some ink. Now, seeing that I've never done this before, I'd say we're probably gonna make a mess. But I did watch quite a few videos about this, and I think you just... It is extremely windy today. I don't know how far to stick this in here. Exactly. Was that enough? There's no way it was that easy. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be drying that thing off. I guess we'll see if that was enough. Now, something I also learned is this obviously is not the proper paper, because apparently the big thing is the pens, and then another big thing is like the type of paper. Oh, I think we're... I think we're good. Okay, so let's first, I'm just gonna write hello. Okay. A little refresher of what that feels like. That's crazy. That is so crazy how just smooth that is. It's just like, it just glides. It's almost like It's like you're writing on ice or something. It's just like, and the ink just like flows right out. Testing. 1, 2, 3. That's not supposed to be an M, that's supposed to be a W. I like how the cap doesn't just, like, clip on. I like how it kind of twists on a little bit. That is so cool. I'm impressed. That is very nice. So that is a little short, quick video. I'm not really a fan of blue ink, and I might switch this out at some point, because I also have black ink, so I might switch it out for black, because I'm not really a fan of blue. I thought this was going to be a little bit darker blue. But yeah, that's the Pelikan M205. I'm sure some of you other guys will be into pens, and you will appreciate this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, so the first part of this video was filmed probably like 3 weeks ago or so. 3 weeks ago, I showed you my Pelikan M205, and I filled it with Pelikan 4001 blue ink. And I said that what I was looking for was just like the smoothest writing experience. Amazon Basics pen is extremely smooth, and I really liked it. I like the Pelikan more, just like I said in the previous clips, but since then I have gone even further down the rabbit hole, and I found out that one of the biggest parts of the writing experience is the ink. And if you have an ink like a little bit thicker, then it can kind of build a little bit more of a barrier between the nib and the paper, so it can like make it feel smoother. Because this Pelikan, I also took the this blue ink out of the Pelikan, because this Pelikan blue ink I think is a little bit too like thin. So as you're writing, it's just like it's so thin it makes it feel almost a tiny bit too scratchy for what I like. So I replaced the ink in this Pelikan with Diamine Onyx Black. And it's a much thicker ink. And this combination is way better than with the blue ink. So, and it's also just a very thick black ink. I like that combination a lot. I went a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole, and it's still, while I do like this pen, I still feel it's just a tiny bit scratchy. Whenever I wrote with it, I wanted something that just felt like it was so smooth it could just like run away. It could just like slide right out of my hand, because it just was writing so smooth. This was one step closer to that combination. Actually kind of upsetting, because this pen was, I think I said it was 145. I found something better than that, and it's a little bit upsetting because it's only $30. So I found the Lamy Safari line of pens. And I have a blue one and a black one. I bought the blue one first, and this combination of blue, I also bought some Rhodia notebook paper, and this paper is very like thick, and I think it's like specifically made for fountain pens, and the paper also has a lot to do with like how smooth the writing experience is. I bought a Lamy Safari, the blue one, and then along with that, I've used some Bay State blue Noodler's ink, which is also, you can see over here, I had a little bit of trouble filling it, and that's why I have this big blue stain on the table that I'm sure you've seen. I think it's called a cartridge converter, or just a converter. inside of this pen. It has a medium nib, which I also discovered that the broader the nib, typically the more smooth the writing experience is. So I bought this with a medium nib and with a broad nib. For some reason I find the medium nib to be a little bit more smooth than the broad. That's beside the point. But so far, this Lamy Safari medium nib with Bay State Blue, I found this is the perfect, this is exactly what I want. This is the perfect writing experience. The ink goes down nice and thick. I love Bay State Blue. You can see it's just a very, it's just like a very kind of electric blue, which I love. You just have to just barely touch the nib to the paper and it just flows right out, no problem. I honestly really can't say enough about it. This combination, if you're thinking about getting into fountain pens and you like blue ink, this combination I feel like is just the best. I don't feel like there's much, I haven't wrote with much better than this. Right now, this is my top pick. You know, you can't write everything in blue, you gotta write some stuff in black. So I bought the black Lamy Safari, and then I filled that with just plain old Noodler's black. And it's not quite as smooth as with the Bay State Blue. I think the Bay State Blue's got something, there's like something about it that makes it different. I don't know what it is, but it's not quite as smooth as that, but it is much smoother than the Pelikan. And it also has a medium nib, so the ink comes out thick and black, and it's very, very nice. It's a tad bit scratchy. I feel like the classic Noodler's black maybe is a little bit on the thin side, so it makes it a tiny bit scratchy, but it works good. I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an update on my fountain pen journey. Right now, these two are my absolute favorites. Anything, pretty much 99% of the stuff that I'm writing, unless it's like maybe, like if I'm signing a check or something, I think you might be able to sign a check in blue. I don't really know, but I always sign it in black just to be safe. So stuff like that, I'll use this, but 99%, I'm using this with Bay State Blue. I love that combination. So that's it. That's the update on my fountain pen journey. If you're looking to get a fountain pen, I would recommend Lamy Safari. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.